Hello, everybody. It's Miracle Mom and Michael. Mom's here.
Hi, everybody.
So, as you can tell by the title of this segment, I don't actually know what I'm titling it yet, but by the time you see this, you will know. I'm going to walk Mom through some of the channel analytics. I'm going to show her what YouTube makes available to those who run YouTube channels, and what these tools are and what the information means. Um, because I see this every day, and Mom sees a number at somewhere. She says, "Oh, so such and such a number of people have watched our channel." So right now, she I've numbered these slides. There's six of them, and we're gonna go through them with Mom. So you have number one open, right, Mom?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So over here, where your lovely face is, that's the left column. So there, this is, I've selected analytics. You see it's highlighted in red.
Yeah.
It says analytics. Now, if I had clicked on videos, you would just see a list of the videos. Then there's other things you can do here, but I'm just focusing on channel analytics. And so that's the title up here at the top, says channel analytics. And we're in the tab that says overview. That's the only one I really look at. Your channel got 364 views in the last 28 days. See that?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, so down here's the graph, and this is pretty much, we've been going for about 4 weeks. So we're in the fourth week, and so 28 days is exactly 4 weeks, and so that's what they it's like the default duration that they show you. You could expand this, I think, to longer periods of time, but the default that YouTube does in the channels is 28 days. And if you see here this first big spike,
Yeah.
that was the day we launched with we were doing a live stream or trying to do a live stream, and you were posting and I was emailing people, and so that was our big launch. And typically
Okay.
that'll be a spike. There will be a spike there. Actually, let me explain one more thing I didn't talk about. So this is the 28 days. Over here on the far right, there's a little section that says the last 48 hours. Okay, so
Yeah.
all right, we're going to zoom in on that in a minute. But so I just want to show you this first slide is the main thing that I check on. I'll just check in there. And so this first big spike, actually go to slide number 2,
Okay.
and I have to go to slide number 2. All right, this one I will. Oh, there we go. I'm going to zoom in on that one. Ooh, too much. So this you'll see is the same. It's just I've highlighted or zoomed in on just one section. This thing is not doing what it. There we go. Making it larger. All right, now you can see up more closely. This first spike, if you go to the very end of this graph, at the very end where it says 39, Wednesday, April 22nd, which was yesterday,
Yeah. Yeah.
39 views. And you'll see right next to it, or right underneath it, there's a 0, there's a 25, and then there's a 0.
Yeah.
So each one of these horizontal lines, it's increments of 25. This little thing that popped up that says 39, that
Yeah.
popped up because I put the cursor over that one spike, and that it automatically pops up to show you. So if I go to
Oh,
each one of these days, it shows how many views you got each day. So immediately to the
okay.
left of that spike, the very bottom of kind of the valley to the left of that spike that says 39, it goes
Yeah.
really, really low. We had 4 views on that day.
Okay.
Okay, so we went from 4 views on one day to 39 views the next day.
Okay.
So I'm just explaining what you're seeing. So from the beginning, this first spike goes up past the 25 mark, past the 50 mark, but it's below the 75 mark. There's this 3 horizontal lines that equal
Yeah.
25, 50, and 75. So That was our launch, and then it drops way down. I think that first dip is all the way down to like 4, and then it goes up a little, and then down a little, and then up a bit, and then way down, and then it flattens out, and then you have these 3 mountain peaks on the right side.
Yeah.
Actually, 4 mountain peaks, including the tip of the one from yesterday. And each of those mountain peaks gets a little bigger. You see how they get higher as you go to the right?
Yeah, I see it.
So the mountain peak to the left of the most recent one crosses that 25 line, that line. And so each one of these getting bigger is a sign that more and more people are watching, or that we're getting more and more views. It doesn't technically mean more and more people. And let me explain why. The first week or two, we're just getting our legs under us, figuring out what the channel's going to be. And then we started getting into a routine where I start posting multiple videos a day. So this is a cumulative number of views, right? This isn't 39 unique people, different people. In that number, that 39 is every time you watch a video, it tallies 1. And every time I watch a video on my phone, it tallies 1, right?
Okay.
And so in this 39, I will explain go to the next.
Number 3?
Yeah, go to number 3. And this one I definitely want to zoom in on. Oops. Hitting the wrong button. All right.
Okay. Got it.
So this.
So that means if I go through and I watch each one of our videos 50 times.
No, it's.
It'll increase the numbers?
No, usually it only. I'm reasonably certain about this. It only counts per device. Once per device. So you could watch it multiple times and it will only count 1, like the first time you watched it, because that way people could falsely inflate their views, right?
That was my plan.
Well, they could. Oh, okay. So you're already thinking ahead.
Okay.
Well,
Shut that one out.
well, you want reliable information, right? You don't want to.
Of course.
Okay.
I know. I'm playing again.
But you answered or you had the right question, but let me show you. See, now on this slide, this is 48 hours, and I took this morning. So what this represents is these two. Let's refer to these as towns.
Looking at number 3.
Yeah, slide number 3.
Okay.
You see where it says 49 views in the last 48 hours?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm zoomed in on that section. You'll see when you watch this. All right. So I'm going to refer to these in little groupings so that you can understand which section I'm talking about. So on the far left, you see these 2 little silos, these 2 little towers. Yeah. All right. We'll call that a village, and then there's a little lone. And then there's a grouping of 5 with a couple taller ones.
Right.
We'll call that a town. All right. So the village is on the left, the town is in the middle, and then there's the city with the skyscrapers, right?
Right.
And then on the right, there's a couple pairs of silos. We'll ignore those for now. But these 3 groupings, I want to talk about each one of them. So the one on the far left, the village, that was the day that you were kind of missing in action. Like you lost a day.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, you mean I didn't watch something that day?
Exactly.
Oh.
Remember when I called you and I'm like, did you watch the videos? You're like, yeah. And then I'm like, no, you haven't. And then you went online and go, oh, there's a whole bunch of videos here.
Yeah. See, I don't always know when you've posted something.
Well, a whole day had gone by. And so what this village represents, those 2 little towers, Those represent 2 each.
Okay.
And then so that's the height of those is that represents 2. So those are like me checking on the videos. Like I checked on the videos, and so there were no other views other than what I clicked on that day. So we got 4
Okay.
views. So if you go to the previous slide, you don't have to, but that right before the mountain peak that goes up to 39,
Yeah.
this represents that valley, that trough of 4 views the day before the 39 views.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what you're seeing in this graph is the town and the city. That is all one day. All of those views are
Oh,
one day, and these 2 little towers in the village represent a day. So this is a contrast. You have 39 views as the village and the city. I mean the town and the city together total 39 views. Whereas these 2 little towers on the far left that are the village, that's a whole day and only represent 4 views. So what happened between the town and the city to get us to 39 views? That's what I want to talk about in this section. So what happened here in the village, the middle grouping? That was after you realized there's a whole bunch of videos, and I think I posted 6 videos that day. So this little group is 15 views. I counted them up. The town represents 15 views. 6 of those are you watching each video one time.
okay.
And then I decided I would go and watch them all as well. I don't usually watch them all, but I decided. So of those 15, 12 of them are me and you watching. And,
Okay.
and so 3 of those are someone else watching. Then
Okay.
this first tower in the city, the tallest tower in this whole graph,
Yeah.
that was when you posted an honorable, what is it? What's the name of that clip? Uh, I'm forgetting the name of our clips. An honorable, you posted it.
Well, the honorable thing to do, or something like
Oh,
that.
the honorable thing, or something like that. So
Yeah.
you posted that on Facebook, and
Yeah.
that tower is like 9 views all by itself, like 8 or 9 views, all within that half an hour. So as soon as
Okay.
you posted that video on Facebook, it took off. And then you
Okay.
posted another couple, and that's why this city exists. So in this city, that represents the new videos that I posted that day. This is all yesterday. Okay. The town and the city, those 2 groupings are all from yesterday. The first grouping is the videos from the day before, right? Everything that I posted the day before that you hadn't watched, you watched the following day. And then all the videos that I posted yesterday are represented in the city. So you watched those and started posting those, and the viewership, it has a dramatic uptick.
Yeah.
And
I
so
see that.
and so that's what happens on Facebook when you post. Um,
Okay.
so that's right now, this is the beginning of this whole process, and I'm just showing you how this works. The reason I'm on your case, so my job is to call you and record these and cut them up and then make screens and post them, upload them, and put in, there's a bunch of steps to this process, and your job is to sit there and just post them. Answer the
Get
phone.
into get into the posting frenzy, Mom.
Well, what I can do is make a schedule, and I can just text you or email you and say, all right, because there are different times of day that are better to post. Like if you
Yeah.
post if you
Right.
post a video at 3 a.m., there's not a lot of people in your friend group that
Right.
are on at 3 a.m. And then the
Right.
then the feed scrolls down, and those things you post may not end up in their feed later on in the day, and they may not scroll down to look and see what Bonnie posted. And so there's
Yeah.
certain times of day. And so this time of day when you posted the honorable thing video was a good time. People immediately started watching, and that's a good
Yeah.
cluster right there. Now, On the
So I
far,
have real power.
well, yeah, that's the nature of social media. That's how you can use this platform to build an audience.
Yeah.
And there's other things that we'll do. You know, where I'm going to create a video that's geared specifically to our audience, which is primarily your Facebook friends, and I'm also emailing links to people at times. But I want to focus on your Facebook friend group first, and toy with this and see how we do. Now, at the far right of this graph, you see two little towers there.
Right.
Now, that was this morning. Okay, so that's the
Okay.
third day. So that was this morning, and you had posted uh, something. I forget what it was. You posted one, and immediately it got some views.
It might have been. It might have been the shopping one.
Yes, that's the one. The 9 bags one. You had
Yeah,
posted
the nine
that,
bags.
and it got a couple views right away. So you have friends that are on Facebook probably either all day or at several different intervals during the day. So
Right.
it's a good habit to post different times of day, and we'll figure that schedule out. Now let's go on. I'm done with this. Let's go on to slide number 4.
Okay. Find it.
Now
Okay.
I want to talk about some specific videos and explain what happens. I'm just adjusting on my end to make this bigger. All right, so this is, oh, the honorable thing. Yeah. All right. So this was you posting yesterday, the honorable thing. And if you see the name of the video on the left.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to explain what this video analytics. This you can analyze each individual video. You can analyze them in groups. And so I broke it down. I picked 3 different videos to analyze and show you what happens. So this represents when you posted it, it got views right away. It shot straight up. You see that at the 0, in the graph part,
Yeah.
it goes 0, 4, 8, 12, 16. Those are hours. So within like minutes of it being posted, you posted it, and it got views immediately, and it shows 9 views. It went up to like 8, and it has a total of 9, because then several hours later somebody else watched it and got the 9th view. And
Yeah.
you see the shaded part of the graph.
Uh-huh.
So that shaded part is normal activity for our channel. Like normally we'll get a couple views, 1 or 2 or 3 views early on, and sometimes there'll be a spike later on. But what this graph does, it compares each video with our normal views. So this particular video outperformed our normal, because I post a lot of videos, and you don't post all of them on Facebook. I encourage you to post all of them, but this is a good exercise to go through to show you. If you posted every video, they would all get more views. But this is a good contrast to show when you posted that video. I think it's a combination of when you posted it, the subject matter, because I try to make these screenshots interesting and applicable to the content, and
Right.
this just triggered. It got people's attention. You posted it at a good time when people were watching, and maybe the wording I chose and the picture I chose seems
Yeah.
like they registered with people. So that's what I'm doing on my end, trying to come up with, you might call it clickbait, but this is true. I mean, there's a part of the video where this is one of Dad's videos, when he's talking, and
Yeah.
he says some cool stuff. And so I also want to explain where it shows 9 views. Right next to it says watch time in hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says 1 hour. Now the video is a little over 17 minutes long, and so most people don't watch all the way to an end of a video. There's
Right.
probably, I would say, out of these 9 views, there might have been two people that watch the entire thing. So those two people would take up 20, almost 35 minutes of this 60-minute block. And then everybody else, the other 7 views, might have watched it for half of it, or so it gives you a total hours in watch time. So
Yeah.
the people that watch at least a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, that's good. That's pretty good. The retention rate is what it's called, when you can retain somebody's attention all the way to the end.
Right.
But because I'm just speculating, obviously, in a lot of this, Dad mentioned the thing that inspired the title of this video toward the middle, maybe at the 10-minute or the 9-minute mark of this video, is kind of where he's talking about doing the honorable thing. And that's probably, like, the viewers would say, oh, okay, that's what he means. Now I'm going to move on. I'm not really interested in the rest of what he's talking about. So these are just ways to, speculate what these numbers mean, but it's nice to have them here. So let's move to the next slide.
Is it 5?
Yes,
Yeah,
slide number 5. All right, so this is an example of one of the videos that I posted on the day that you were missing in action. So when you look at the graph and you see the gray area, the shaded area,
Yeah.
it's above the blue line, right? Because this video got 0 views when it was posted right away. And then you watched it. That first little tick is probably you watching and then posting it, and then the views tick up, and then it ticks up past the gray shaded area. So this is a video that it took a little while for it to get some traction, but once it did, it outperformed our other videos.
Yeah, I see.
And this has an hour and a half watch time. It has 10 views, an hour and a half, and this one's shorter than the other one. This is almost 14 minutes long, and I did the math, and so on average the viewers watched at least half of this 14-minute video, which is
okay.
good. That's around the time when you actually mention what is meant by Jesus and snakes. What is this guy talking about, Jesus and snakes? And let's go to the last slide. And this one, I want to explain to you what happened here. So this was one of those surprise videos for you. You didn't know I was posting this. This is a solo video where I'm just talking to the camera, and you're not on the call. But this was a Saturday video, and so what I'm doing is posting weekdays, and then Saturday I just decided, well, you know what, I'm going to do a Saturday video, and I posted it Saturday evening, and this surprised me. So I posted it, and it immediately got 4 views, and then a 5th view, and then a 6th view, and then a 7th and an 8th view. So it got 8 views like right away within like an hour or 2 of posting it on a Saturday night when you didn't even know.
Okay.
Right? You didn't even know that I had posted this. So my speculation is that we have some subscribers, and
somebody's coming back and looking.
Yeah, so somebody on a Saturday night that may not be a normal viewer on the weekday, but on a Saturday night, somebody's on YouTube or online, and whenever someone who is subscribed, or whenever I post a video, YouTube sends a notification to the subscribers, and it got a bunch of views, and it got a lot, and the retention rate was high as well. So this has 14 views, and it's 2.1 hours. The percentage of watch time of this video is very high. It's over the 50% mark. It's up towards the 60% mark. So the content of this video was interesting to more of our viewers. And so I guess I was following my instincts, and they served me well. That I think a Saturday evening post or something, if you had also posted this, I bet the numbers would have gone up quite a bit higher, which is why I asked you specifically to repost this video yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said
Yesterday.
repost that one. So if you go to this graph, this video outperformed our average videos, and it's still outperforming our average videos. And when you posted it, it immediately got 4 more views just by you clicking and doing that quickly. So this is our analysis of our channel analytics and the power you have at your fingertips, Mom. I mean, it's
Yes.
a
Little did I know.
it's a collaborative effort in the entertainment industry. Essentially, I'm the producer and you're the distributor.
Oh, okay.
Right? That's the
How much?
terminology.
Okay.
Or
How much do I get paid?
well, you're the marketing and distribution. I guess I'm the distributor because I created the channel, but you're the marketing department.
Okay. I'm the marketing department.
So
I can handle that.
good. So as we figure this out, we'll capitalize on these tools, and I'll do another one of these channel analytics things. There's some other cool features that I can show you. It's nice the way they've built this to where your average Joe YouTuber can look at the data and strategize.
Well, I don't think most people that are all over YouTube have any idea about the analytics behind it. I sure didn't.
Right. No, people watching stuff have no idea, what goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
And there's power at your fingertips. It's really the direction that entertainment is going, or that entertainment consumption is going. Darn it, I am trying to do something. Hold on here. There we go. The direction, especially now during this pandemic, people aren't able to go to theaters.
Yeah.
And so more and more people are sitting on their computers at home and surfing the web and watching YouTube. And so, YouTube has its problems. It's got its bias. It's a mega corporation that's owned by Google and all that stuff. But it's still the only game in town, as you would say. It's kind of got a corner on the market. I don't know. I mean, everything has a season, so I don't think YouTube will be the biggest thing forever. Blockbuster used to be the biggest thing, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
So,
right.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up.
Okay.
I'm virtually guaranteeing that this video will have a very low retention rate. This is like in-house stuff. This is me and Mom doing business and posting it, and anybody that can stick through this anybody who can stick through this entire video, more power to you. You are a loyal fan. Thank you.
Well, it's knowledge and information. There are some people who are really into that.
Well,
we'll see.
Here's a thought I had. A thought I had before we wrap this up, this particular segment. What I realize we're doing, I mean, it's the plan all along is, oh my gosh, my mom almost died. I want to hang out with her. I want to spend time with her. How can I do that? Hey, YouTube, right? YouTube channel.
Right.
And it becomes a network. Like, your friends are meeting me, right?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
you've got this handful of friends that are interested in you. You have a sense of humor. You have a presence on Facebook, and for anyone at all to click on one of your videos is like, oh, that's cool, and it's an honor, and nice to meet you. It's nice that your friends are getting to know me. And I thought, you know what, this could turn into a trend, especially if we're sheltering in place for 18 months. I don't know if that's really going to happen, but we're going to be sheltering in place for a while, and some things about our culture are going to change forever. have already changed forever, but the new norm will unveil itself. And I think this could be a thing that I teach other people how to do, like all this channel analytics. I figured it out by doing a couple of the podcasts, and I'm learning stuff on this podcast, and I'm about to launch another podcast. And so, if anybody,
Well,
go ahead.
this is different in terms of it's like creating more of a long-term connection. We all go through YouTube and watch that, and okay, that's over with, and you go find another one. Oh, okay, that's over with.
Exactly.
This is more of a long-term relationship in a way.
There, you hit the word. I was when you said a long-term connection. That exactly what is a long-term connection. It's a relationship. It's staying connected, and you can go back and refresh your memory, or if you didn't watch everything, if you really get sucked into this relationship, hey everybody out there, this is my relationship with my mom, and you get to witness it, and you get to be a part of it. In fact, you can comment on the videos, or you can email. I should probably set up an email address if people want to email, but we'll stick to comments for now. And it's really not about trying to, like, some people want to become YouTube stars or whatever, and
No,
there's a place for that, I guess, but this is using the technology available to us for the common good, right? It's like I get to hang out with my mom, get to know my mom. She gets to see her son be silly and stupid on camera. And but what I was going to get at is, if there are other people that watch this that are like, you know what, I'd like to get to know my sister or my cousin or my kids or my parents, and if they don't have the technical know-how, I could easily do a walkthrough and hold somebody's hand through doing this. It's actually not that difficult. I put a little more production value into this. I have a black backdrop setting. I have this computer monitor where I can put pictures on. You don't need to do any of this. All you have to do is turn on a camera and talk to the camera, and then upload it, and then there's you don't have to go into the analytics. It's a pretty easy way that YouTube has set up to upload videos. So I was thinking about just coming up with a how-to, and letting other people start their own channel and network of friends and family. Anyway, it's a thought. I have these ideas all the time. So now it's documented. We've recorded it. Unless I hit stop recording. Nope, it's been recording. All right, we'll sign off here.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.